Hey there, or should I say hair there, or in my case, hair not there. I have a number prediction. It's not any number, it's actually the month and year expiration on this credit card, which I will show you closer in a moment, but it's actually my number prediction. So I'm going to look into your brain. Mine's a bit cloudy, as you can see, but I'm going to get some random numbers from you out there. This is actually a whiteboard, and I'm going to write down some random numbers from you. So let's write those down right now. So, you give me a random number 8. Okay, let's go ahead and use that, everyone. The number 8. I need another random number. Oh, thank you. You can give me 3. We'll go ahead and add a 3 to that. One more, a 5. Okay, that's wonderful. That, everyone, is just a random number. So those are just 3 random numbers we've gotten from one person or 3 helpers in this case. And what we're going to do is we're going to switch them around and subtract. And then we're going to switch those numbers around and add them up again to have a total random number. So let's go ahead and do that. In fact, I'll switch this around and make it a little easier for me to write. So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse this number. So this becomes now 5, 3, 8. And we're going to subtract 538 from 835, that first random number you gave me here. So in carrying here, that ends up being 7, and then we got to, carry again, and that ends up being 9, and then we look at that, and now we have that random number. And then we'll switch those around again, and we'll have 7, and then the 9, and the 2 there, and then we're going to add all those up. So what do we have here? We have a 9, we have 8, and then we add that up again, and we have 10. So you see, from one random number and just switching that around, we end up now with this random number 1089. Now remember the credit card I showed you earlier. This credit card I showed you earlier in the video. Wait a minute. If this was an expiration date, this must be an old credit card because this would be October 1989. Could the expiration date of this credit card have the numbers? Let's check. Right there by the logo. Yes, 1089. But wait, that was a total random number. How is that possible? Well, it's possible because sometimes mind-reading magic is math in disguise. This is actually called 1089 because the premise of this magic is that whatever 3-digit number you start with, you always end up with this answer. So let's erase this and look at this again. This is indeed working because of something in mathematics called principle of 9. And let's get a random number, and let's say it was 627. Now, do remember, every time you do this, you will be carrying from the tens and 100s columns, so you need to know your math and leave room for that. Plus, in this particular case, when you reverse this first number, it's actually going to end up being larger, and you are always subtracting. So in the first example, I put the second random number below it, but in this particular case, if we're reversing this random number, we are going to write it above because we will indeed be subtracting. And when we do the subtraction, what's interesting is we end up with something that would, only put you at 2 digits, but since you're always going to be reversing, you would just add a 0 there, making this 990. Again, you're just simply reversing it, adding all that up. You can see it's always going to be, it's always going to be 1089. That's what's great about this, is whatever the first 3 digits are, by following these instructions, where you will reverse and subtract, you will reverse and then add, you will always end up with the number 1089. So it's a great mental prediction you can do.